Hello. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about doing eye makeup for a hooded shape eye. So if you're unfamiliar with some of the different eye shapes that there are, if you look at my eye, this lid that sits on top right here that moves up and down, that's called your mobile lid. And when my eyes are open, you can see the top of my mobile lid. And then we have a special guest today. So I'm going to point you over here. This is my friend Trish.
Hi, everyone.
Now, if you can see on Trish, when her eyes are open, her mobile lid isn't as visible. So we're going to talk about doing eyeshadow for that eye shape today. So first thing I'm going to do, give me 1 second, and I'm going to share this over to our group. There we are. Share. Okay, Vicky. Okay. All right. So now we're on the group and the page. So first we're going to get started while we're letting people hop on, because I know there's a lot of people that are excited for this. I'm just going to go ahead and start. Hi guys, as you hop on, say hi. I know you can't see my face. This is my friend Trish. She's here as our model helping us today. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and put on her 3D foundation. And then we'll get started. So if you guys have any specific looks you want to see or anything like that, then let me know. Hey, Shelly. Or anything that you specifically had trouble with. All right. So we're just putting her highlight here on her cheeks. Some here on her forehead. See, you know someone is a good friend when they come to your house in the middle of their workday and let you use their face for a video.
Yay.
Trish was over here on Saturday and was saying she needed help with eyeshadow, and I said, hey, I'm doing a tutorial on eyes this weekend, or this week. So we're doing it. Gosh, I forgot to close my computer. It's going to sit over there and like chime at me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it looks better when you do it than when I do. Whatever. It looks good when you do it too. Don't be shy, guys. Say hi and tell me what kind of things that you have trouble with when you're doing your eyeshadow, so I know exactly what to show you. Oh, thank you. Your long, voluminous hair is getting in the way. All right, so we did her highlight. Now we're going to put her contour on right here under her cheekbone. Right there, looking fabulous. I can't see much. My hair is in the way. Well, I'm not doing the eyeshadow yet, Tiffany. I'll try to, there, is this better? I'll try to be behind more. Do I need to pull my hair up? Then you can see.
I was wondering how you're going to do the hooded eyes when your eyes aren't.
Yeah, I had to enlist some help. My mom's jealous. My mom has hooded eyes too. And she was like, I want to be your model. But she lives too far away to be my model for today. So Trish volunteered here. Well, kind of. I just kind of made her do it. All right, and we'll put a little blush here on your cheeks.
We call that being voluntold.
Voluntold? I like it. All right. Okay. How's she look, guys? Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Gosh, I
Sure.
look it.
Yeah, pull my hair up. Okay, I for reals will click my hair up because I don't want it getting in the way. All right. So, let me clip this up in a very high fashion kind of way with a really fancy clip. Okay, all right. So, hi everybody. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the first step that we all do, well, hopefully a lot of us, when we're doing our eye makeup is our eyebrows. So you usually want to stick with your natural eyebrow shape when you're doing your eyebrows. When you have a hooded eye though, and if you look right here, for Trish specifically, her eyebrow gets a little bit thin here on the end, which is pretty common for a lot of people's eyebrows. So what you want to do is if you're feeling in your brow here, and you're just going to follow the natural shape, but what you want to avoid is, and I think, oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? We're going to do this side of her face with the not so great way to do it for hooded eyes, and then we'll do this side with the better way. And then I'll fix it before you go back to work. All right, so as I bring her eyebrow out, if you can kind of see a little bit, I'm going to take, we followed the natural arch of her brow, but then as I come down, rather than coming down on an angle or a curve, I'm kind of bringing it out to the side. Does that make sense? And you guys ask questions while we're on here. Trish will watch for your questions since I'm looking the other way. And she'll tell me what you say. But as you can see, we're kind of taking the eyebrow out just a little bit. And that works with like just the way that color and light works. It's gonna open up this outer portion of her eye a little bit and lift it. Whereas on this side, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna kind of fill and follow that natural shape of her eyebrow. But on this side, as we come down from the arch, I'm gonna bring it down. And bringing it down is going to kind of drop that. Now, do you see how because that curve comes all the way around where her eye kind of hoods, it kind of accentuates that shape right there. Whereas on this side, it kind of lifts that shape. So making sure that you don't avoid that arch as it comes down and making sure it comes out is gonna help a lot.
I didn't know you know Chantal. Chantal.
Hi, Trish. Hi. All right. So that's like a good start for your eyebrows. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is usually the first step, especially when you guys are watching my makeup tutorial, is I typically am going to start you with like, I feel weird that you can't see my face, but I have to crouch down. Usually the first step that I give you is to put a midi color on your eye. And a midi color is something kind of run-of-the-mill, like mid-level. So for the sake of this, we're gonna take this color Basic. And Basic is just like a mid-level brown. And you could do this with any color, just for the sake of what I'm gonna show you today. This is what we're gonna use. So this is a matte color. Typically, when you've got hooded eyes, you want to try to use mostly matte colors, at least on the better part of your eye. And I'll show you kind of where you could use a shimmer color in just a minute. So we're just kind of covering the whole base of her eye from about the lash, clear up almost to the brow. Okay? Now on this side, we're going to take this midi color, okay, close for me, and we're just gonna kind of keep it down here on the eyelid. Because lots of times that's what people wanna do, is they wanna put that color just right on that mobile lid. And then what happens is when you open your eye, because that mobile lid's not visible, you don't see like any of that color. So open your eye for me. So you can see that here it kind of just makes her eye look more closed and dark. Whereas on this side, because we brought it up a little bit higher, it kind of opens up her eye just a little bit. So then we're gonna go in with a crease color. So we are gonna use, let's go in with Cocoa. So Cocoa is this darker brown right here. Now typically a crease color, you are told to put it right back here in this crease. You just kind of joint your eyeshadow brush back in that crease and kind of windshield wiper it in. But, okay, open your eye, or close your eye for me a little bit. As you can see, Trish doesn't have a whole lot of a crease. If you open your eye again for me. So you can see her crease is tucked back in there underneath that hood. So what we're gonna kind of do is we're gonna put our darker crease color right here. So what you wanna do is leave your eye open, and I'm gonna take this darker crease color and we're gonna go right here on top, that very bottom edge of that hood. Can you guys see where I'm putting that color? Tell me if I need to zoom you in for a minute. But I'm just running that dark color right on that top portion of the hood of her eye.
Do you want me to lean forward?
Yeah, lean forward, let them see it. All right, can you guys see that a little bit? So that color is right here on that top part of the hood of her eye. Okay, now on this other side, we're gonna actually put it in her crease. So close your eye. And on this side, I'm gonna put it where you would typically put a crease color on someone with non-hooded eyes. And first, I have to say too, there is nothing wrong with hooded eyes. It's just an eye shape. Everyone's got different shaped eyes, and there's not one that's better or worse or anything else. It's just an eye shape, and just learning how to work with your eye shape to get your makeup to look its best. So on this side, we put it back in the crease. Can you open your eye for me? Now on this one, you can see that it kind of just gets lost back in that crease. I'll just lean forward. So you can't hardly see much of what we're putting on because it's back in the crease. Okay, now close your eye for me. So now, because I put that line right there in with her eye open, so I could see exactly where her hood picks up. Okay, close. Now we can close and we can go through and really define that line even more. And as you can see, I'm kind of, again, taking it straight out to the side here, rather than following that crease down to the corner of her eye. So if you follow down to the corner of her eye, it's gonna accentuate this hood right here. Over here, we're kind of bringing it more out. So the eyebrow kind of comes out and that crease color kind of comes out. Okay? All right, let's see. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go through and we're just gonna kind of blend a little bit. I flipped back over to the other end of my eyeshadow everything brush here. And we're just gonna blend that crease color kind of up with that midi color. Now, the next step that we usually do when we're doing our eyeshadow is we go in with a highlight color for our brow bone. And typically when we go through, you kind of highlight this whole brow bone area. Okay? So here I'm coming in with some Stardust and we kind of highlight that whole brow bone. Okay, now open your eye. But you can see as we put this is a shimmer color here, which is fine to use to highlight your brow even with hooded brows. But when we've got, or with hooded eyelids, but anything with shimmer in it is going to catch the light. That's the whole idea behind an illumination or a shimmer, is that it's gonna catch the light and it's gonna bring it forward. But we really don't want this hood to come more forward. It's already coming forward a lot. So that's why we put the crease color kind of up on the hood here. And then what we're gonna do is when we come in with our brow color over here, I'm just gonna tap it in really lightly right underneath. Don't worry, I brushed my teeth today. Right underneath her brow bone. So I'm not gonna bring that highlight color clear down like we typically do. I wanna keep it right up here underneath her brow bone. You don't usually wear colors this dark. Does that feel super weird? No. Okay, so then another thing that I see happen a lot with hooded eyes is that because we have not a lot of eyelid that we can put color on, a lot of girls will try to make up for it by putting a lot of color underneath, because they're like, well, if I can't put it on top, then I have to have fun with eyeshadows underneath. And so what they'll do, I'm going to come back in with like our dark color here. All right, and look up for me. And so they'll put some color down here. And you guys see me do this all the time. I love putting shadow down here, and there's nothing wrong with it. But, all right, and then look straight. But what you can kind of see is because this one, we put it here, and then we have the hood coming down, and we've got our highlight and everything here. It's kind of like the whole eye is kind of, I don't want to use the word droopy, yeah, but it kind of feels like droopy. Okay? So a different way to do that, and we're going to kind of, let's see here, where's my, here it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some eyeliner instead of putting the shadow under our eye on this side. So what I'm going to do is I just got a little Stay Spray. So I'm going to put Stay Spray on my multitasker brush here. And then we're going to go into our Salem, which is our like black color here, with the multitasker. We'll see how much Trish trusts me. Okay, look up for me. So I'm just going to kind of take this just a little bit, and I'm going to hug it right into her lash line. So I want it to be a really, really thin line right here. And it's okay if you hop up on that waterline just a little bit, but you want to make sure you're keeping this like as thin as possible under here, because we don't want to get that drooping look. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. All right, so there we've got some eyeliner on this side. Now, let's see here. Let me get a little bit more spray on my hand. It's all just dripping off. It doesn't like wandering around. Okay, so now on this side, we're gonna do how a lot of people have been taught how to do eyeshadow, or eyeliner. Okay, so close your eye for me. And that's what we're gonna take our dark, and we're gonna run it all along right here. And a lot of times it's because we really want to darken that lash line, because we kind of feel like if we darken that lash line, it's going to make the eyes pop a little bit more. And then just for kicks, because I want to show it to you, we're going to put just a little bit of a wing on here. All right, so now we've got our eyeliner with our little bit of a wing. Okay, go ahead and open up. And let me just kind of smudgy this out here a little bit. All right. Okay, so we've got like our, that's probably a heavier wing than you would ever wear, but what I wanted to show you guys is how when you do the wing like this and it kind of comes up, like our wings typically come up, what it's doing is just like that eyebrow's curving around that hood and that wing curves around that hood, everything just kind of focuses your attention right there and makes you feel like it's kind of accentuated. So on this side, we're going to come in and we're going to do something a little bit different. This is the part where Trish has to really, really trust me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and we're gonna put it under her lash line. Okay, so open up your eye for me and look up. And we're gonna just put this right inside that top lash line. All right. Okay, close your eye for me, because I got messy.
Because I blinked by accident.
No, you're good. Okay, open it up for me. Now, so both eyes have liner on top, but do you see how adding the liner on her lash line here keeps her eye open really nice and helps to, because we don't have very much eyelid here that's showing. So if we cover that entire mobile eyelid with black, well, now we for sure can't see any of the color we put on, but it also shortens that eyelid. Whereas putting that underneath that lash line, it kind of keeps that eyelid open. And if you really like doing a wing, okay, just look straight for me. If you really do love doing a wing, what you want to do is you want to come off of that eyeliner and come almost the same shape as your eyebrow comes out and that crease line comes out. You kind of want to come out that same shape with your wing. And with any other eye shape, I don't ever tell you to point your wing down because it can tend to kind of drag your eye down. But when you've got a hooded lid like that, taking it straight out, it's not pointing down, but straight out, keeps that eye nice and open without bringing in that hood.
That looks good.
So that is kind of fun. Okay, so then another thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our shimmery color here that we put up on our brow bone. Okay, close your eyes for me. And we're gonna put it right here on this inner corner just to kind of lift and brighten this inner corner. So this is something that regardless of your eye shape, is typically a good practice to do because it's always gonna open up your eye. Okay, open up for me. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this one, we're gonna do the same thing because like I said, I don't really feel like there's a bad way to do this. It's always nice to have some color here to brighten you up. Did you bring your mascara?
No, I don't wear mascara.
Can I put mascara on you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the other thing. And this is like a total personal preference thing. But typically, I need to get behind you. There, now it's not like I'm leaning so far. Okay, but typically with the hooded eye, if you can kind of try to extend your actual lashes kind of up and out, then it's going to open up that eye even just a little bit more. So, let me kind of show you what I mean here. Okay, so just look down a little bit for me. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to add a little bit of lift to her lashes. And if you guys are doing your mascara, if you kind of roll your brush, it'll really get the makeup under those lashes and help to lift them a lot. Okay, open up your eye for me. And so you can see over here with this eye, Chantel says you look good.
Yeah.
So you can see over here how much that lifts and opens up her eye versus like this eye, which feels pretty droopy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one, I mean, like if I saw just a picture like this, it doesn't even appear like you have like a hooded eye or anything different because I can see all the colors and everything looks really good. So if you do like to wear like false lashes or anything, getting lashes that are maybe a little bit longer on the outside versus, there's typically two different shapes for lashes. They'll either get like kind of smaller on the inside and then they get longer on the outside, or they'll be shorter on the inside and the outside and longer right in the middle. They're both really beautiful on, but when you've got hooded eyes, to have them a little bit longer on the edges, and I'm not talking like crazy like whoosh things, but just like if they're even just a little bit longer on the outside, it's gonna add a lot of dimension and open up your eyes a lot. So that's pretty much it, I think. Do you guys have any questions about how to do for hooded eyes. Yeah, you get up close. So you guys see that one? And see this one. And we'll take some before and after pictures and post them too, so you guys can kind of see the difference before we fix this side for you to go back to work. Gorgeous.
I could totally see the difference.
Doesn't it make a huge difference?
Huge.
Huge difference. So, all right, if you guys watch this on the replay and you guys have any questions, or if you're wondering how to like specify this to your specific eye shape, please comment below and let me know. And you could even send me a picture and I can help you figure out what colors are going to be best and kind of where the placement of all of that will be that will help pull out your eye shape the best and show off your beautiful eyes. So anyways, thanks for tuning in with us, and I'll talk to you later.